Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and I have um, a mail call slash a haul for you. Um, my boy Tylox the Mighty, and his description is down below. But Tylox the Mighty this past weekend had an auction, and I picked up a lot that he had going. And he even threw in an extra comic for free for me. I spent $8 on this lot, and it was a whole lot. And there was actually quite a bit I liked out of this lot. He actually had some decent lots. I think I bid on four or five of the lots that he had going. But I was able to win this one. It was only $8, so it wasn't bad. I'll show you what I got. I got from DC. We got Convergence number 0. This is the end of the 52 run. I do not have any of the series, so I got number 0, and he had number 1. So I thought that was kind of cool to get 0 and 1. These kind of first 4 comics were the ones that I wanted out of the lot. This is from Vault Comics. This is Barbaric issue number 1. This is the 3rd printing. I have 1st and 2nd printings, and I wanted the 3rd. This one was kind of the big one that I wanted out of the lot. This was like the last time I kind of read Marvel before I took a break from Marvel for like 3 years, and I read this whole event, but I kind of don't remember the ending, so I kind of want to read it again. And I've been picking up issues from the series when I can find it, but this issue number 0 from Original Sin from Marvel, I think it's back in like 2017 maybe, something like that. But it was really good, but I kind of wanted to go back and reread it, so yeah, issue number 0. This comic I already do have, so I'll probably put this in an A-OK or something, or maybe just hold it down the line, I don't know. But this is Aftershock Chicken Devil number 1. This one is a nude variant cover, so just skip ahead if nudity bothers you. But this is from Vault Comics. This is the last book you'll ever read. This is issue number 1. It's the undressed cover, and it's weird because I do have the undressed number 1, and mine's different, so I was kind of happy to get this. I don't know if it's just the Virgin, or I have to go look at mine if mine has letters. I don't think mine does either. I think they both do. I don't know. But this is, and I like this nude cover better. Mine, the one I got, is kind of weird. It's not that it's a bad cover, it's just I kind of like that one more, and it's also Leah Lee's that did the cover, and I kind of dig her art. This is the free comic that he threw in here. This is from Dark Horse Comics, issue number 1 of ElfQuest Stargazer's Hunt. I had been trying to track down the earlier issues of ElfQuest, and he had seen this and picked this up for me. I'm kind of more into the black and white version of ElfQuest. I had shown some Elfenline, which is kind of a more indie version of ElfQuest. And I think that's why he threw that in there. I don't really have any ElfQuest, so I mean, I'll give it a read and see what it's all about. Okay, so that was that. Then this is the haul I went to, and this is all dollar bin wins right here. I actually went to my LCS, and I was able to get something that I needed very bad. They didn't have exactly what I wanted, but the king of the day was I was finally able to get a comic box. It is a short box, and it's actually a magazine size comic box. But at the moment, I don't care. I mean, I've been waiting almost like 3 months now for a comic box, and I really need like 3 long boxes. I have so many comics just sitting there, and stuff like this isn't helping right. I still need bags and boards. I got bags. I need boards now. Man, this struggle is real. So I'm gonna show you my haul. I'll kind of be quick about it. But all these were they were either dollar bins. There was a couple that was a little more than $1, somewhere less than $1. But all together it was like $15, and I think I got 15 comics. So it's pretty much $1. But this is Futures End, Batman number 1, 5 years after. It does have like a little kind of, like the page is kind of crinkly here at the end, but I mean I can press that out, but it's kind of cool. I mean, I have a couple of these, and I've tried to explain this to people, and it's really weird because this is the Futures End storyline, and they actually have a comic titled Futures End, but this does not. These are kind of like, these are done in like solo one-shot stories kind of. So I haven't been picking so much of them up, but I mean, of course, certain characters, like I have Harley Quinn, I have like, I think they have the Detective Comics version, but I try and pick them up when I see them. This one I did have number one, but I have a different variant. It's like a cheaper version. It's not cheaper, but it's just not the more liked variant, and that's why I have it, just so I can have number one. So I think this is cover A, and this is the more sought after, but this is like the cleanest copy I got today. I mean, this thing is definitely a 98 candidate, but this is All-Star Batman Rebirth number one. And I think this is just cover A, but it's the more sought after cover. But man, it is like super clean. It's nice. I don't care. It's all PC stuff. This one was kind of a win. I don't know anything about this, but I dig the cover, and after looking inside, I just... it's more like a novel, and I'll kind of show you real quick. But this is Batman Chronicles, issue number 10, and it says featuring to see the Batman, which is the story, and then it's by Bob Back to the Future Gale with Bill Savinkovich. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But I just love the cover. I mean, this is basically, I mean, I collect anything Batman, so I can't really say it's a cover by, because I am picking up Batman Chronicles, but technically it was cover by. I fell in love with the cover, and I was like, ooh, I love that. But the inside of the book is a little different, because this book is actually set up like a novel. It's not really set up like a comic. The back half, because it's 3 short stories, but this first story right here is a pretty big chunk of the book, but it's all set up like where it's got pictures, but it's predominantly like script. The last half of the book is comics, the other 2 stories like this. But I kind of dug that the first half was like that. And I'm assuming that's the Bob Gale story. But another cool thing is right here, technically this would be like the first appearance of the Batman the Pirate right here. It's an Elsewhere stories where Batman is like a pirate or a crusader or something like that. So I thought that was kind of dope, because that's one of the keys I'm trying to track down. And it's not that it's really pricey, but it's more just finding it kind of thing. I've been picking up anything from 0 Hour. I have not read it or anything, but they're all titled like The Beginning of Tomorrow, but it's a like early 90s event that happened. But this is Batman number 0, of course, from Superboy number 0. That's the that is the first it's the what do they call it, a cameo appearance of King Shark. So that's the same event slash next up I got Batman 535, and this is a cover by. I do need this issue. I don't have a lot of earlier Batman. This was like really clean. I mean, there's no ticks or nothing on it, but it's just a dope cover, and I'll kind of show you why. But this is a special fold-out cover of Batman 535, and it's technically it's a one-shot, like it's a one story by itself. But then you open it up, and it has like this huge double cover right there. But it even has like another part of the cover that you have to see on the inside right here. But then, as you can see right here, this is like cut out, so that's kind of cool. But it is just a one-shot story. Like, I mean, it just begins and ends here. It does have a continuation, but that's it. Another cover by, and I mean, it's just a book I don't have either, but Batman 675, and I just thought that was dope, the rain and everything. The gray and blue Batman is kind of the Batman that I grew up with. And that's like even this with the long pointy ear Batman. That's kind of, that was like my era of Batman. So I have a nostalgic factor for it. It's not exactly like, the pointy ear Batman is not exactly my favorite. But it's in my realm of nostalgic type stuff. Next up from DC Rebirth, this is Batman number 1. And I do have DC Rebirth Batman number 1, but the one I have is different. It says Trinity at the top, and I think that's it's like the side story that they did right before Rebirth or something like this. So I think this is official like the number 1 in the series, and it was just one of the ones I'm missing. I have a lot of Rebirth because that's kind of where I'm building my collection, is 52 to Rebirth to Universe. But I think I just misstepped and picked up the wrong issue, thinking it's kind of weird because they both have number 1s. Now these I don't have, and most of this is Batman, and then I picked up some But most of this was done within a 5-minute time thing. I just kind of went to Batman and I was like, and I was just trying to pick up stuff that I didn't have that I thought looked cool. Now the next, you'll see a common trend with the next ones, but they're all like in the RIP storyline, and I think that's just, it has to do with Hush. I don't have any of these, so that's why I went with this, but this is 677, and this is an Alex Ross cover, so I just, when I was picking it up, I just saw the RIP and the number, and I was like, ooh, I'll pick up that, you know, and I got home and noticed that, hey, it's an Alex Ross cover, I dig that. And I don't know why this one's blue either, and I thought it was a second print, but I think maybe it's just because that's the beginning of the storyline. But that is 677, that is 678 of Batman, another Alex Ross cover. I don't have too many Alex Ross, so I was like, yeah, I'll take these, and some of these get really dope. 678 says it's 679 of Batman, and this is, in my opinion, one of the better looking Alex Ross ones. And then right here we got 680, and I love this this Alex Ross one. It's so dope. I mean, I want to say it reminds me of Lee Bergman, but it's the other way around. Like, you know, I felt like this is one of the pulls, you know, that Lee Bergman, you know, pulled from that. Okay, so that was 680 of Batman. But then sticking with the RIP, because I think that was the last one that had that RIP tag at the top. So I went with Batman Detective Comics, and I have to be careful with Detective Comics because I do have a lot of issues in that. But I know I didn't have this, so it was a 846, and I think all this is written by Paul Dini, who is the you know, main person behind Batman the Animated Series. So that's kind of another reason I picked up all this. He's a part of this side. The other is Grant Morrison, but it's still RIP. I didn't know if that, like, it ties together. I haven't figured that out yet, but that was 846, and that does say Heart of Hush Begins. We got 847. Again, I dig all of these. Now these last two are not Alex Ross. I'm not quite sure who does the art on these, but they're predominantly all Hush. 848. And we got 849. I don't even know if I got all the RIP. If not, I got a big chunk of them. But I mean, 15 comics for 15, you know, bucks, and it was honestly real quick. I just, you know, I was like, okay, I don't have these. I need these. I'm gonna grab these real quick. And I haven't been able to get to a shop in such a long time. So for me, it was just a blessing in disguise. But that's what I got for you, and there's a lot going on tonight. I got some reviews coming up. I am really behind on my reviews, but I'm going to concentrate on trying to get closer to catching up. It's not to say I'm not caught up with current comics. I'm kind of like jumping around from, you know, depending on different storylines. But I do have a lot of reviews coming. I have more live streams coming. Actually tonight, after some other people go live tonight, I myself might go live tonight. So if you happen to be up around 11 or 12, you know, Central, maybe like 1 in the morning, you know, Eastern, I don't know what that is, but I might be live, so look out for that. But if not, I appreciate you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I will see y'all later. Bye.